Alright, welcome back. This weekend is, well, actually I guess it's only Tuesday, but probably be weekend before I get it finished. I did change the lifters out on that Jeep. My daughter found a cheap Jeep for $1,000. The guy said lifters were bad. I replaced the lifters. It did improve it a lot, and we found 2 bad lifters. I'll have a video of that actually. So replace that, but it's still got a pretty bad tick. So I think what we decided we're going to do is just, because I want to learn, for one, and for two, it looks like the whole rebuild kit and everything is only about $300. So still probably for about $2,000 she'll have a pretty nice little Jeep 4x4. It's a Jeep Cherokee. Interior and all of that is still really nice. There's a couple dings on the outside, a dent in the rear. Passenger quarter panel and that kind of stuff, a few little things like that, but the interior is in pretty good shape except for the front driver's seat. There's some videos out there on people's that have, I guess there's been some known issues with the factory welding. So my son did this. Originally it was just here and here. This was the only piece still intact on this seat. It had broken here, it had broken here, and this piece had all broken here and here. So we were in 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So it was in 4 separate parts. You could actually still see pretty well where it would go back together. It just ripped. There was one weld right here, just one small weld, about maybe a 1/2 inch of weld holding this bracket to the side piece. So put that together. That's my welding, so that's why I quit, and I just tacked it up, got it all clamped together for him, and then had him come out here and reinforce all the welds and the cracks and everything. So now we got it back into shape. And then also, since it was never repaired at one point in time and the guy just kept using it, he ripped this hole out. That's quite a bit bigger than the actual hole, and then this one, the whole piece was missing. It was still attached to the frame piece here. And then this one you can see here is wallered out as well too. So what we're gonna do is, it'll be fine if the seat's up a little bit. So we had some flat bar, and we made ourselves some washers, and then he welded them into each corner and drilled the holes out. So now that he's got all that done, all I got to do is knock these studs out and replace them with about a 1/2 inch longer one, maybe a 1 inch longer stud, so that we'll be able to tighten it down and everything, and then we'll have a seat repaired. I guess I don't know how this. Hopefully it'll hold up for a while until she decides if she likes the car, or if we decide for sure that we're going to rebuild the motor. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to try to pull it out, put it on an engine stand, and then just take my time. Hopefully I can get it done in the next 2 months before school starts again. And if I do that, then everybody will have a car and we'll be in good shape. If not, then we'll have this fixed and we can resell it with just needing engine work. So, and maybe she can get her money back now that it's kind of, the lifter's been replaced and they know what to do with it if somebody wants to do that. But I think I'll try it. So, all right, let me see if I can figure out how to get these studs out of here. Well, I guess my clamp didn't work. Hammer didn't work. Pounding it out, trying to pry it out didn't work. Really probably need to get it in the shop press and press it out, but I can't really get that bracket off correctly. So I'm just going to cut them off and drill them out, or knock them out after I get them cut off. And then we'll just use a regular bolt probably. Okay. And make these all uniform. Guess I should have used a smaller bit, but well. Okay. There's that. Now I'll just get some bolts and front seat is fixed. Have Philip put it back together. Okay, so we just went and got some, I think it was 5/16 or 3/8 bolts. You won't be able to see them because it's up underneath the cushion. But as you can see, it's all fixed. Oh, and I have no battery right now because we did actually take the motor out. So it still moves up and down and forward and back. So the only thing that was some of our well, actually it was the bolts that got in the way, is the tilting of this, bringing the button down and this up. So I think it's this one. It still hits. It doesn't have very much travel for that, but otherwise it's fixed just as good as new, really, and it doesn't shake anymore. This whole thing, basically you could push it and have a gap about 8 inches off the bracket here. It would push back to that corner because, like I said, that was the only bar that was still attached. Now, something like this happened with our Grand Caravan that we had one time too. I wish I would have known back then, but we didn't have a welder or anything at that point. But you could see the same kind of thing happened. Maybe Chrysler, I don't know. That Grand Caravan, right? Anyway, same thing. But a lot of that, I think, sometimes is when you're reaching back. Some people climb back and reach for their kids or whatever, and then I think it puts a lot of stress on those welds and things. But if you have a Caravan or whatever, and same thing happened in that, we actually had, I think, the green one and the kind of the blue one that we had, both of those seats broke as well. So, and then according to the videos and the forums, this is pretty common in the Jeeps as well. So hopefully just take it apart, take the cushions off and everything, and then you'll be able to see usually where the frame puts back together. And if you have a welder, just re-weld it and it'll be fixed as good as new. Alright, well, thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, do all that kind of good stuff. Leave us comments on things you do. If you have a Jeep or questions, let us know, and we'll catch you in the next video.